Everyone, welcome back. I have a auto Tyrant Gigas guide. This is for 1 to 7 only, but that's what most guilds shoot for to get full season rewards. Now, I am not a guild boss expert. I repeat, not a guild boss expert. My guild and I only go for season rewards and play this mode super casual. This is also a very rough draft of a team and more or less a beta, but since this is a new boss, I'm hoping to help everyone get their season rewards as easily as possible. Since this is a co-op boss, it's fine if you don't one-shot it or don't do a large amount of HP to it. Most guilds will have over 20 plus players, and it's meant to be a team activity with everyone working together to kill it. Now, with all those disclaimers, let me show you what I've been cooking. So as you can see, this is level 1 Gigas, no artifacts, and that was my team I'm using. Hilde is a really good tank on this boss. Right at the moment, she's the only one I can find that will tank the entire thing without dying. About after 2 minutes and 20 seconds, the boss just kind of kills everything that's within melee range, which means that Lin Jian there is going to die, but she does her job and gets everybody on the field as quick as possible, so it works out. You really don't need her after that time. You're going to need to be running things like ASY and Orochi to clear the hit checks. If you don't, the boss will just blow your team away, and there's really no way to recover from that. So, I'm using Yang in this fight, but I'm really not happy with that choice. And reason being is because I'm getting some Soprano vibes from this boss. You basically need long-range units, like snipers, and a few rangers that can actually outrange his melee attacks. If not, then they'll either die early or die after the 2 minute and 20 seconds. So that really limits our options here on things like death breaks, because there's only 2 units at the moment that I can think of that can actually outrange this boss, which is Lucretia and Dash. If I could find a different replacement for Yang, I would, because you'll see that she'll end up walking up and then she'll die near the end of the fight. Same with a lot of other units in here as well. I actually don't like my Xiaolin pick here because where she does outrange, she's still squishy and takes some damage. And I think on higher levels, she'll end up dying. But you'll also have your artifacts, which just has 0 artifacts, so it might work out in the end. But either which way, she never gets into Gia's circle, so I'm not happy with it. Now, Kurian may not be a counter, and everybody might be going for counter artifacts, but with his buff, he just does ridiculous damage. So there's really no reason not to run him. He doesn't need soldier buffs. He'll do better with it, but he really just doesn't need it. Death Pin seems to be the go-to on this, just because we're limited on our death breaks that we could put on the boss. So quad, and then the Death Pin artifacts probably might add up to a large amount, and you might actually be able to drop the Death Breakers. Now this whole thing is kind of a rough draft, and I've ran it about 4 or 5 times, so it's consistent with the way it is right now, but I believe it could get better for sure. And as you see, the boss is just doing some wild things, but Hilde's living, and we like Hilde living. So with my test runs, I usually cleared somewhere between 15 seconds left on the clock and 25 seconds left. So, like I said, it's rather consistent, and with 0 mods, with more mods, it's obviously going to be better. As you can see here, Kurian just keeping up with ASY. Queen and Zhao doing some decent damage. Roshi doing okay damage, but like I said, you need something for those hit checks, or your team will just die. Alright, so for gear, you need 24 sets of gear. Luckily, I have full tank on her, but you don't need that much on a 110 A Hill Day. And luckily, everybody gets A Hill Day, so everybody should have this unit for this boss. You just clear episode 5 and you get a free one. Lin Jian is on CDR tank. Same with Chinatsu, my best CDR 76% tank gear. Soyun on A speed Britta with ground damage, range damage as much as possible, so basically our king gear. Sinjia, she's pretty tanky, so I just have her on 76% CDR, or well, 75%. Replacer Queen I have on CDR with range damage, because I want her to do as much damage as possible. Kurian I just have on attack with as much crit damage and anti-ground. Yang Harem I have on a CDR tank reset, sort of. As you saw, Orochi here is just on some cope A speed. This can obviously be better, she can obviously do more, but I want her attacking as fast as possible. Sky I have on HP just so she lives. I don't think she's in threat of dying, but I didn't take any chances. Shaolin I have on crit damage set, but I think attack will just be better if you have attack range damage. Lucretia I have on whatever CDR gear I had left over. It's not good. It could be better, but 24 units. Hard to gear. Dash on my best CDR gear I have left over as well. Dorothy I have on as much attack speed as I can fit on her. Soyun I just have on CDR gear, but she's kind of a throwaway unit anyway. She ends up dying. And then Maria with CDR gear, and then the special amp hands if I can fit it with the set. I use quad here. No latents. I do need to get latents for this, but that's on another day. Kim Hana I have on attack speed. AoE res probably is better. I don't think I need the attack speed to make the hit checks, but I just went with attack speed for safety. So there you have it. Tyrant Gigas on auto. I hope this helps everyone get their season rewards, and remember to do your arenas. If anyone comes across any neat tech, feel free to share it. If you have any idea what can be replaced, drop your ideas in the comments. You can also find me on Snekcord. I am curious what others will find out about this boss. So here's looking forward to a new season. Besides that, I will see you guys next time.